sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Have a great game in Annapolis right here on the mountain range. Really awesome, fun, enjoyable. Hope you guys like it and check out the build as well. Before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. If you want to support the channel, if you appreciate what we're doing all here today, you want to be part of the community about sailing ships, shooting ships, and having a blast doing it and learning something at the same time. Hit that like, subscribe button and appreciate all the support. So let's get to it. We got the Annapolis. Now, normally I don't play super ships, but for some reason I was playing the Des Moines and clan battles and just randoms lately. And, I was wondering, man, I really enjoy the Des Moines. What about the Annapolis? Let's try it out. But let's take a look at the beginning strategy of the map mountain range. And if you guys don't see, there's a big mountain range right there in the middle. We are starting in the west, and normally what I do is I kind of just say, hey, where am I at, and not the tactic for where my current position is. Again, there's different tactics for different positions on the map. For this particular scenario, we're in the Annapolis, we're in a cruiser, 11 concealment, so we got a little bit of detectability in front of us. But what we're going to plan on doing is we're going to take the Annapolis and just go ahead and mosey on and get a position right there of the islands. Why? Because the reason being is that we like to use island cover. Well, one, I know nobody's going to shoot me from the west and broadside. I mean, Des Moines is very renowned for getting citadeled and blapped from random locations, so you don't want to deal with that. So you want to angle your guns basically more of the northeast sector right here and there. So you want to direct your fire, and also we're covering the one cap right there or not cap, but this is arms race, so you're gonna get a power up right there. So if we do get our either destroyer or submarine, I hate submarines by the way, if we get them to go in that middle, we have fields of fire going in north and to the east. And now again, why do I like this particular western island cover? Again, you have island cover for against all torpedoes. You got nobody shooting from the west, which is good, and their enemy really can't do much other than meet you head on, and there's no point of going this way because you get stuck or basically run away. So you were a very advantageous position right here, giving yourself not only island or peninsula right here that protects you from torpedoes and incoming fire, because this is also shielding your concealment right there with that mountain, but it also gives you cover. It also gives you good firing angles, and you have to treat the Annapolis like a Des Moines, where you just have two front guns rather than 12 guns all together. You really just treat it like a Des Moines nose in, and you're basically just firing in slim profile, and that is how we do that. So that's the basic strategy right there. The rest of the team is obviously going to just push. They're probably going to push the north into the cap there. This is where a contesting area is probably going to be. Going to the middle right there is very dangerous because you don't know if you have radar cruisers, and we have also a carrier that can spot you. So going in this is a very, I would say, dangerous and risky, especially with the Khabarovs. Khabarovs is probably going to just go really quickly into the western sector here, and he has options to run away or potentially recap and move forward. So that's the biggest thing, to mitigate damage and figure out where the team is. But having not known where the enemy is going to be or what they're going to do, randoms is completely, like they say, random people doing random things. You never know. So really all you can do is mitigate your best efforts and do what you can do. And this is how I would play it as a radar cruiser, Des Moines, Annapolis in the western sector. So let's get to the gameplay. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we're in the Annapolis here, taking on the western flank here with a good old Palmer in support, and we have spotted a Conde, which is another super cruiser that I really dread and fear. But you know what? We got the burst fire, which is the cool little gimmick that we have for the Annapolis, which is 12 guns of Des Moines action to Des Moines guns. 230-ish millimeter guns, something like that. And let's look at the salvo. I just love watching stuff like this, although it's not realistic, because in real life, do ships really do that? Probably not, but my gosh. Oh, we almost had a good blapped citadel area, but he turned away just in time. But let's get right to it. So positioning is what we talked about a minute ago, where we are basically moving our ship into this peninsula little cove area, and we're protecting our western flank while we're aiming into the north and northeast, and to support our Khabarovsk, killing the other destroyer there, as well as our submarine. But if you don't know what the Annapolis is, it's a super Des Moines basically. It's just a Des Moines with an extra set of guns in the back. I pretend, and you can, how to play the Annapolis, a big picture is you treat it like a Des Moines. Don't try to use the back guns or whatever. Pretend like you only got two, because what happens is you start overexerting yourself, overextending yourself, and you start trying to get all the guns to bear on the target, and by doing so, you'll open up your citadel and you get blapped just like that. Because look, we don't have much health. With 56,000 health, our citadel's made of butter. we don't have much armor and we can't really tank as well. So again, you're gonna have to treat this like a Des Moines, where most of the time you're just gonna be camping. I'm sorry to say you have to camp, but really taking up a position, figuring out where to start fires. And like I said, like you have right here, you got the Wami pushing in and you're in within gun range. This is the bread and butter of what the Des Moines and the light cruisers do, that you put a lot of fire on a target to get it burning down. So our reload is like 4.5 seconds. So this is exactly what you got to do to support and help your team. This is all you really can do. And also you have your radar, but again, your radar only goes out to 10, unlike the Soviet cruisers. Oh, they got a little traffic jam right there, which is bad for the enemy team. Now they're just sitting ducks right here, and I'm just calling, hey, communication is key, guys. You want to get better. Look at that. I'm communicating to my team. I'm hitting my alert attention button on the Conde. Get him while he's in a position of vulnerability. But how do we treat the Annapolis like a Des Moines? Well, the biggest one is just forget about the back guns, like I said. Aim in, nose in, start firing, and that's the biggest thing. The gimmick for the Annapolis is the burst fire, as you saw earlier. And I mean, HP and everything is kind of the standard. You notice we got the heals, the radar, the hydro. That's pretty much all you got. But the biggest thing is that burst fire that really just sells what you got is super ship territory of the Des Moines. And Annapolis kind of treats it just well, of being a super ship with this super guns. And I think that's the gimmick these days, with just burst fire. Now we got another fire going right there. These guns are really packing a punch, and I love the fact that Des Moines and Annapolis can do this, especially in clan battles and ranked, and this is exactly what you want to do when you are in a ranked or in competitive mode with a Des Moines, is just putting as much fire down as possible while mitigating damage. Now, look, you have these opportunities opening up right here. We'll switch to AP and how to be a better cruiser player. Switch to AP and we have broadside ships like that, and then switch back to HE when they're starting to nose in, so you can get some fires going and get at least some kind of penetration or damage and alpha damage going in, because that's all you can do when they're nosed in, because AP shells ricochet pretty well off of angled targets. Great job right there, teammate, blowing up, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're just causing a lot of distraction, a lot of freaking out, getting on fire, getting shot at from all different directions, and they just don't like it. And you want to be a major distraction as well, because you got one of the best reloads in the game. I mean, really, for a cruiser kind of battleship style ship, for you to have like literally 3.9 second reload with the CR perk activated right there. That perk is basically activated when, obviously if you guys are new to the game, the perk is activated when a ship enters your detectability, your standard detectability if you were hidden, which is for me 11. So as that ship enters the 11 ring, that gives us an 8% reload buff or perk reduction, so that our guns are firing super fast right now. As you can see, we're shooting about 3.9 seconds. Yeah, 3.9 seconds. That's pretty darn fast for a cruiser. I mean, some destroyers can't even shoot that fast, so this is pretty good right now, and he's pushing into us. There's nothing he can do. We're angled in. We're sitting. I mean, we're just waiting for him. Now, the dispersion's not the greatest on the Annapolis. I feel like Des Moines and Salem have a better dispersion, but I could be wrong. I just feels wonky in this one, just hit or miss. RNG, come on, bless us with a kill here. Can we get a nice kill? We're burning this guy down to death, and boom, there it is. Arsonist, splash 1 RP back to 40. 111,000 damage just alone on this side of the map, and as you can see, that position really enables us to have that advantage, and we're just sitting there really just raking in the points, the fires, and so forth, while mitigating our damage as well. So we're going to go ahead and push in to the northeast right here, and I'll kind of speed up the video so you're not bored to death right here of just us sailing around. Okay, now that we moved up a little bit closer, now the center ring for arms has appeared, so basically it's just as, hey, whoever can hold it the longest gets more points. Great, fun. We are now engaging the Vermont right here, which is this is a great position. We're just lobbing shells. This is what the American cruiser is really greatly known for. The advantage is lobbing shells over a island or peninsula right there, and we're undetected, so we're getting all that fire-free damage right here, and see we can knock this Vermont out. Do we get the kill? Do we get it? Come on, and there we do. Splash 2, REP back to 40. And also, we're using our radar to cover the majority section of the Alpha Cap right here. We're going to go ahead and push in. I see torpedoes in front of me, so that's probably a submarine. So we're not going to... Oh, there he is. Hey, ooh, smart move. Ooh, what are we at in front of us here? We got our buddy who's going to take the... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, shotgunning is not a thing anymore, right, ladies and gentlemen? And he goes down to a submarine. That is pretty sad that a Kremlin goes down to a submarine. I can't believe stuff like that. It's just not warranted for the game. Anyways... As an Annapolis, I got Hydro up, so I can probably spot him pretty well. We got our ASW, anti-submarine warfare depth charges, and hopefully they can reload in time so we can take this. So we're going to go ahead and push forward. We're being a little bit more aggressive now that the team is only down to 4. The enemy team's down to 4, and we've got the advantage. And there is the submarine right there. We're going to put it. Where's he going? Is he backing up? No, he's going away. So we're going to put it in front of him. In the area are the shotgun torpedoes like I talked about. Let's see if we can get our guns to bear on this guy. We do a left turn right there to mitigate. We hit the damage con to reduce that lock on, but it still takes a wallop off of our damage right there. And oh, here we nice Marceau coming right at us, and we're going to go ahead and lead him. He's going super fast, and we're going to turn and get full broadside because I know there's no threat on my right. We're going to get all 12 guns to bear and get as much firepower because the Marceau is almost nearly difficult to hit, especially when it's moving and running away. And see if we can get some nice shots. It's all about aiming at this point. Get 12 shells in the air, and boom! Splash 3 RP back to port. He goes down. Submarine comes up to the surface because he's leaking oil, and we're going to just blap him. There it is. Double strike. Thank goodness he only got 2 off right there. We could have taken a major hit, and it didn't do as much damage as possible. Well, now we got the Napoli coming right at us. We're going to go ahead and start sending full send, all 12 shells. And look at the DPM firepower of what the Annapolis can do. All 12 guns firing 4-second reload, under 4-second reloads right here. 3.5 now with AR Adrenaline Rush kicking in, and we are starting fires galore. And if he gives us any more broadside, we're going to hit the F funny key, and this is going to get full send. Here we go. Switching to AP. He's going full broadside. Don't let him get a shot on us. Here we go. Full send. Here comes the mother load. And that is how you get a Kraken. Boom! Splash 5 RP back to Porty, and Annapolis securing the win right there for the team, eliminating the final cruiser right there. And that was fantastic. It feels good to take on an Annapolis and get that full salvo send right there. The rest of the game is really just chasing down the Shimakaze, but I bet you he launched a full salvo spread right there. So we're going to go ahead and nose in. Again, how to be a better cruiser player or destroyer player, for any player for that matter, is when you see a destroyer like that, turn array and run, tuck and run, probably launch torpedoes. So you want to change something in your direction, whether it be your vector, basically, whether it be slowing down, turning in, turning away, do something different, because he probably, most likely, the players then usually fire at a reticle or the aim assist, and they normally just shoot in that direction. So best practice is always to nose into a destroyer player when that happens, or even kite away at least if you're far enough away. And we'll see. Hopefully we can chase this guy down. Our radar is still on cooldown. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. But the there they are. So again, there should be a lesson right there for you if you're new to the game. Always nose into a destroyer player, and if you're far enough away, kite away. Unless you have radar, which you know you can definitely take on this destroyer player. That's the most conservative approach that you can do right there. But the rest of the game is just chasing him down, and he's pretty much going to die unless we can get the final. Our radar is actually about to pop up. Let's see if we actually get our radar and actually cover this guy. Anyways, I like the Annapolis. I don't know about you guys. Annapolis is really fun. We're detected right here, so hopefully, yep, and there he is. Do we get a nice send off to our Shimakaze on the final battle? Let's see. Can we get a hit? Ooh, we got one hit right there. Man, and he got, yep, our teammates got him. Anyways, that was a fun game, but the Annapolis, I really enjoy it. It's fun. I get it. A lot of people don't like super ships these days, but this one's not, it's just like any other thing. It's a Des Moines with an extra set of guns and a cool burst fire. Everything seems to have burst fire these days, but whatever. That is right there. Look at that. 12,642, the extra point. 10,200 free XP. Kraken, double kill. Arsonist, incredible. Number 1 in the team. 2471 base XP. And that is pretty wild right there. Let me see how much we took off the Napoli. 33,000 we took off the Napoli right there. And, yep, that's how the cookie crumbles. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Smash like, subscribe if you want to support the channel, and I appreciate all the support. And we can't thank you guys enough. Here's a build on the screen for Annapolis. Primarily focused, I'm trying to build these cruisers to maybe focus on the gunpowder and maybe AA, because AA is pretty crazy right now with the CVs. But hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.